All right, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We're about to make another motivational video. Thank you guys for being here once again. All the people that's new, welcome to the channel. If you're here to be motivated to be a better version of yourself, this is the perfect channel for you, because all my videos are geared towards helping people being a better version of themselves. Now, today's topic is going to be about you stop worrying about what other people think about you. You just focusing on your path and doing what you need to do. Because I realize that a lot of times we are so focused on what people think about us, we forget what the mission is for ourselves. What we are trying to accomplish for ourselves. Because we're so focused on what everybody else think, what this person might say, how they might feel about what I do, all that stuff. And one of the most recent analogies I've heard that really resonated with me was a guy said that when you have something that you really have a fervor for, something that you're really passionate about doing, you got to look at it like you have a fire on top of your head. You have fire on top of your head. Your focus is not what this person is thinking about about the fire on your top of your head, how this person is looking at you while you have that fire on top of your head, what this person is saying. You don't care about none of that. All you care about is focusing on that fire on top of your head. You want to get whatever water you could get to throw on top of it, fire extinguisher, any kind of towel, any kind of whatever you want, whatever you can do to put that fire out. That is your focus, is just putting that fire out. And the great thing about that analogy is you don't worry about what everybody else is thinking, what everybody else is doing. You just stay on your path, you stay on your journey, and you try to get it done as soon as possible. You feel the urgency for you to be on top of this, because you know that if you leave this thing burning, you're going to die. You're going to get some really bad scars, and it's not going to be good for you. So your main focus is like, I need to figure out where I'm going to go and get this fire out. And that's how you should look at when you're trying to accomplish things. It could be from weight loss. It could be from an addiction. It could be from whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life. You just got to focus on that and zone out everybody else. I'm also guilty of that, right? There's been times where I wanted to do things and I thought about how people are going to look at me. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? And I had to get to a point where I stopped caring what people say. I'm like, it doesn't even matter. Because I know what I want to accomplish. I know where I want to be. I know what I want to do. So why am I focusing on these people? Because there's a lot of things that we do now that back in the days when it first started was considered probably weird. I give you an example. There's a guy that I watch on Instagram, and one of the things that he was doing was he was setting up cameras in his house of him getting himself together, putting his outfit together, and then he would set up cameras outside in the garage, him walking to his car, and then set up cameras inside of like a Target. And he will put the camera in the aisle of Target, and you would see him walking through the aisle, grabbing what he needs. That's very, very time consuming. Not only that is time consuming, you have people watching you. And if you are a shy person and you care about what people think, what's going to happen is you're not going to do it. You can have a great idea and you can stop yourself from doing it, because all it takes is you thinking about what the other person's going to think, what they're going to say. And that might discourage you from doing it because you're so caught up in, oh my God, I don't want this person or these people or whosoever to look at me and judge me, talk about me, whatever it is. And it's like, people are going to talk regardless. People are going to talk regardless. If I wear a suit, people are going to talk. If I wear shorts and sweatpants, people are going to talk. If I wear a t-shirt, people are going to talk. If I have a bald head, people are going to talk. If I have dreads, people are going to talk. If I record myself dancing, people are going to talk. If I just walk through with a screw face, people are going to talk. People just talk. That's all they do. Okay? Everybody has their opinion, and that's okay. They can have all their opinions all they want. But something can be made fun of until it becomes popular. Now it's cool. So the same exact thing that a person could do in the beginning stage could be considered stupid it could be considered funny, a joke, and then all of a sudden it becomes something big. For example, you have the dance called a floss. I guarantee somebody looked at it and said, this dance is stupid. That's a dumb dance. And then what happened to that dance? It became one of the most popular dance. Everybody was doing it. That thing was being done everywhere. Okay? We're talking about the dab, plank, all that stuff that was popular. I'm pretty sure when it first started off, it was probably a joke. People like, this is stupid. Even the thing where they came out with the crates, where people was walking up on top of the crates, falling off. I guarantee in the beginning stage, it was something stupid. But it became something big where it started taking off everywhere. And everywhere you started seeing new videos of it. And it's amazing how something could be so simple and stupid in the beginning. And then later on, it becomes cool and popular. Cool and popular. From stupid and a joke to now cool and popular. The same exact thing. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. And that same guy that I was telling you about, that was making videos in Target and all that stuff, people in the comment section, I was reading the comment section, people was going at him, cracking jokes, talking about, yo, you got a lot of time on your hands. Yo, this is stupid. Why is he doing that? They kept making fun of this guy. And you know what ended up happening? He got so big from people watching his videos, people following him, to where he got to start being around celebrities. Celebrities, they did an interview with him, asked him, how you came with the idea, stuff like that. And he became cool. And now, the same thing that he was doing before, he's doing it now on a bigger scale. Now, it's cool and dope. Before, it was weird and stupid. So you see how life works? You see how you're supposed to just stick to your path and stick to what you got to do and do what you got to do and stop worrying about what other people think, because people's mindset change all the time. Your mindset might have changed about something. You might have saw somebody with a pair of sneakers that you thought was ugly. In your opinion, that sneakers is ugly. Oh, those Yeezys are ugly. And now it gets popular. Everybody and their grandmother have Yeezys on everywhere. Now you're seeing it so often. Now you got used to seeing it. Now it's not that bad looking anymore. Now it's actually cool. Now you went and bought yourself a pair. And now you're wearing the same thing that everybody else was wearing that you thought was stupid in the beginning. You see how crazy that is? You thought that was stupid. But all it took was one person that you respect or somebody that you don't know to put a nice outfit together with those same sneakers that you thought was ugly. Nothing changed. Same sneakers, same slides, same whatever. And for some reason, your mindset switched from thinking that's ugly to now that looks good. That has happened to me before when I was in high school and the Jordan 16s came out. And I was like, ugh, these things are ugly. And all it took was somebody at the school that had swag. He got the black and red ones. He had some nice black jeans on, nice dope shirt. The way he put it together with his small feet, I said, yo, those are hot. A couple weeks ago, I was saying those things are ugly, they're corny. But because of him, he made me a believer. I looked at it, I was like, ooh. And just like that, now I wanted a pair. I mean, I never got one, but you get the point. I wanted a pair because I saw this guy and he made it look cool. So the point of this video is to stick to your path, focus on that fire in your head. Zoom in. Forget about everything else. All that stuff is outside noise. You don't need to care about those people because those people are not paying your bills. They're not supporting you. They're not helping you. Those people are just there. They're just cheerleaders, because people would cheer for you when you're going down and they cheer for you when you're going up. There's going to be people that's, when you're up, some people are going to cheer for you to fall down, and while you're falling down, there's going to be people cheering for you while you're falling down, and there's going to be people that's cheering for you to be confident to build yourself back up, And it's just a part of life, and you just have to learn to take people for who they are. But ignore everyone. Bring the focus here. Focus on you, your mission, and what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. You zoom in on that and Get rid of all the outside noise. Right now I'm outside. I'm hearing the birds. I'm hearing the wind. I'm hearing the cars. I'm hearing all that stuff. But I'm zoomed in on this video. My focus is you guys. My focus is getting my point out there because I want you guys to hear my video, listen to my words, and relate it to your life and be able to be like, you know what he's saying makes sense. It makes so much sense because there's been many times I've been wanting to do things and I've got discouraged because I was so focused on everybody else. And a lot of times when you're thinking about doing stuff, certain people you just don't tell. Because you might tell that person and that might be the reason why you don't do it, because that person might discourage you from doing it. That person might say, oh, that's not a good idea. Oh, how are you going to look? Oh, people are going to make fun of you. And now they make you self-conscious and now you're thinking to yourself, nah, I shouldn't do it. So even though you was 90% in, 80% in with the mindset of I'm going to do it. And now this person, that's a negative person, you spoke to them about what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, where you're trying to be. And all it takes is that one person to say, nah, I don't know if that's a good idea. I can't see. I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing. Yo, people are gonna make fun of you, man. Yo, you're not scared of people laughing at you? And just like that, boom, snap of a finger, that one person said something, and you was at 80% chance of you doing it. Now, just like that, they shaved off 60%. Now you're down to 20% chance of you doing it. Some people get discouraged to the point where they say, I'm not even doing it no more. Because I spoke to Bob and Bob said, nah, la, la. And just like that, you switch your mindset from something that you want to do, something that you was confident with doing, something that you had a mission, a passion, and you had a whole book written out of how you're going to accomplish it, what you're going to do first, what you're going to do next, all that stuff. And just like that, this person said something to you, and instead of you sticking to your script, you ripped everything up. You took your book that you wrote and you crumbled it up, threw it away. And you said, back to the drawing board, let me go find something else now. And you know what would kill you more? If you realize that later on somebody else came with the same idea that you came with years ago, and they did it and it worked for them, and now they're successful. And you're gonna say, oh, you know what? I thought about that before and I did it first. None of that matters. None of that matters because you wasn't consistent. You didn't go 10 toes down. You wasn't dialed in. So now this other person was braver than you. He took the steps that needed to be taken to get there. And now that he's there, now you got to take a back seat. Now you got to take a back seat. Now he's in the driver's seat. You got to take a back seat because before you was in the driver's seat, but you was scared to drive. You were scared to put the car in drive because you were so worried about everybody else. But you know what he did? When he got in your seat, he indicated, looked over his shoulder, and took off. And now he's driving down that road you should have drove down years ago. Now, how do you feel to know that you thought about this first? It's something that you wanted to do, but you didn't do it because you were so insecure you were so worried about everybody judging you, everybody talking about you, everybody's watching you. You can't get that back. That's the thing that you don't understand. You cannot get that back. That moment is gone. All right? So focus on the moment. Focus on your accomplishments, what you're trying to accomplish, where you're trying to be, where you want to be, and just zoom in. Just zoom in. That's exactly what I'm doing with these videos. I'm always constantly thinking about a topic. What can I talk about next? And I realized that me dressing like this brought me more views because people, when they're scrolling and they're doing the shorts, they're watching YouTube shorts. I dress up in a certain manner. People are watching these videos because, oh, this guy's in a suit. Oh, he's in a button-up shirt. Let me watch his video. And I realize it's getting me more views. So guess what? I'm going to start pushing this more. I'm going to just go in my house, get dressed up, and I'm going to throw these on. I'm going to show different colors on, Yes, I'm going to get dressed up because I really want to zoom in on this right here, which is the fire on top of my head. I really want to strive towards accomplishing getting this fire out. And in order for me to do that, I have to be consistent. I have to figure out what I'm going to do, and I have to do it. Not just figure out what I want to do, I actually have to do what I need to do. See, you have to go towards what you want. You have to walk towards it. It's not going to come to you. You can't just be lazy and lackadaisical and think that it's going to come towards you. You have to walk towards it. You have to make steps. I don't care if it's baby steps you're talking. I don't care if you're jogging. I don't care if you're walking. I don't care if you're creeping. As long as you're moving forward, that's all that matters. Don't be complacent and just stand there and say, I know where I want to be. I want to be at 1,000 subscribers. I want to start getting paid. I want to start getting recognized. I want to become accomplished. I want to be able to get passive income. I want to be able to buy stocks and get dividends. There's so many things you want to do. But they're not going to just come to you. Apple is not going to just come to you and say, hey, we know what you're thinking, so here goes a stock for free. Now collect these dividends that's coming in. No. That's not how it works. Your YouTube subscribers are not going to, people are not going to come to your channel and say, oh, this guy has 2 videos. Let me subscribe. And now you got 1 million subscribers because you kept dropping. You dropped 1 video and then you dropped another video and then you just stopped. Can't do that. Mr. Beast, for him to get to where he's at, he had to get obsessed with YouTube, which basically is the same analogy of him getting so obsessed with getting his fire out on his head. He zoomed in and what he did was he watched so many videos of other YouTubers that was huge, that was big. And he watched how they did their content, how they edit their videos, how often they was dropping videos, what they were doing to gain subscribers, to get views. And he started mimicking that and started doing it himself on a whole different scale. And now he's the biggest thing on YouTube. So he watched everybody else and see how they got their fire out on their head and decided, you know what, fire's on my head too. I'm going to go all in because I want to get this fire out. And he's had that mindset from then, and he's still doing it now. Even with all these people that subscribe to him, these millions of people that's watching him, he's still going in. Same thing with Darman. These guys are going in because they know this is what they really want to do. So I need you to stop worrying about the next person. I need you to stop worrying about what the next person think, what they're doing, whatever the case might be. Don't worry about people, man. Stop worrying about people, because if everybody that's entrepreneurs, everybody that's established was thinking like that, a lot of things wouldn't exist. Cars, planes, the lights, all these things would not exist. Basketball, how did basketball start? How did football start? Somebody came with the idea and they doubled down and did it. You know, like look how long Apple been out and they decided to went into the phone space. And the phone space was dominated by HTC, Motorola, all these guys, these big dogs was out there killing it in the phone game. But Apple didn't care about none of that. They had a vision. They had something they wanted to show to the world. So you know what they did? They shifted their focus and focused on that phone. Because I don't know if you know, they were supposed to come out with a tablet first. They scratched the tablet because they realized they could make more money off the phone than the tablet. So they went straight for the phone first. And you see what they did? They dropped the first iPhone, and the first iPhone sold everywhere. It was sold out. And it was only on one carrier at that time. It was just AT&T. And they were selling out left and right with that phone because they knew what they wanted to accomplish, and they focused on it and they did it. And every year they kept getting better iPhone, better technology. They kept going at it, but they had to work towards it. They had to walk towards it. They had to push towards it. They didn't just sit there and wait for things to come. These guys started things in the garage. Facebook and all these guys, Zuckerberg, all of them, they had to work to get to where they had a vision. And I'm pretty sure there was people in the ears like, that don't make no sense. Don't do that. Why would you do that? La, la, la. And look at it. Look, Facebook was the biggest. MySpace was the biggest thing. Then Facebook took over. Imagine if while he was trying to make Facebook, somebody was telling him like, yo, MySpace is already dominating. Don't do it. What if he did listen? then Facebook wouldn't exist. You know what I'm saying? And what if the person that created Instagram listened to what people were saying and didn't follow and didn't make Instagram because Facebook existed? Same thing with TikTok and all these apps that came out. Imagine if people listened to them, because I'm pretty sure there was somebody somewhere discouraging them, trying to say something like, hey, there's already so much of this, why are we doing this? You get what I'm saying? But they knew what they wanted to do, they knew what they wanted to accomplish, and they did it. They doubled down, and now Instagram is one of the biggest things. TikTok is one of the biggest things. Facebook is one of the biggest things. They all had to start from somewhere, but they all had to block out the outside noise and focus on what they want. So that is the video today. Just want to say that I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud that somebody motivated me to start this channel. And I'm so proud that I'm able to start the channel. And not only start it, I'm dropping so many videos. I go back and I look at, and I have so many videos that I've dropped. And I go back and watch my contents to see, how did I convey my message? Did I do a good job giving great analogies so people can relate to certain things, And how did I interact with the camera? Like, how was I attentive? Like, was I looking at the camera? Was like a lot of things that I'm looking at, and for me, it's like I'm watching it because I'm criticizing myself so I can get better for the next video. And as you can see, I'm switching up sceneries. I'm doing different things because I'm having fun with this. I'm excited for this. I have a fervor for this. I've been doing this since I was young. I just never knew that this could become a thing where they have podcasts and they have motivational videos and all these things. I've been doing this before YouTube existed. So now that I'm doing it, I'm excited. And regardless of how many people are in the space, they're not articulating themselves the same way I do. They're not doing the same thing I'm doing because we're all different. There's different crafters out there. There's different mechanics out there. They're different. We're all doing different things, different topics, all that stuff. And that pastor might be able to get 100 people that's in the crowd. But then the other pastor might get the other people that pastor couldn't get. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes the pastor could get some people in the church, but then it took somebody that went to jail, came out of jail and changed his life to be able to get through to some of the other people, because they could relate more to the person that been through war, been through tough times, gangs, all that stuff. They can relate more to that person than they can the pastor that's been on this straight path this whole time. So we all can get motivated, inspired by different people. You just hope that you're getting the great things from them, the good things from them that motivates you to be a better version of yourself. I don't need you going out there creating chaos and making people's life hell. I need you to go out there and make everybody's life better if you can in any way, even if it's just a good morning, even if it's just a hug, even if it's just you doing what you need to do for you and inspiring other people to be better. Like, one of the things that somebody said to me, they was like, yo, Jermaine, when I watch your videos, I could tell that you're good. They haven't spoken to me in months, but just by watching my videos, they're like, I could tell that he's good. Okay, good. Jermaine is good. Just by watching my videos, oh, I know Jermaine is good. And I'm like, that's pretty cool that they could just watch my video and say, oh, Jermaine is good, just because they watch my videos and they see that I'm still making motivational, positive videos. Now, if I had shifted and I was making negative videos or posting a lot of negative content, or, I was just going off on the internet, then they could be like, you know what? Something is off. That's not the typical Jermaine. That's not how Jermaine usually get down. What's going on with him? They'll be concerned. They're not concerned. They look at me and they laugh. They smile. They rejoice. They're excited because Jermaine is pushing positivity like he was a year ago, like he was 2 years ago, like he was 3 years ago. Regardless of what Jermaine is going through, he doesn't push negativity. He pushes positivity. And I love that. So, don't want to make this video too long. If you guys got inspired, helped in any way from this video, please let me know. If you guys like the outfit, You know, you can leave a comment in the comment section and say, you know, you like the way I look. If you don't like the way I look, you can leave a comment too, because at the end of the day, I take constructive criticism. It could be good, bad, or the ugly. You know, if you watch Clint Eastwood, you know about that. So thank you guys for all the subscribers. If this video helped you in any ways, please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos, because I want to get more people to be subscribed. And please share the video with someone that you think it might help, because you never know. You've watched this video and you got inspired and you got help from it. There's somebody else that you know that might need that same help. So don't be selfish. Don't be a gatekeeper and keep me to yourself. I need you to share me with other people so other people can also get the benefits from my videos. All right, you already know what it is. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Stay blessed. Peace.